Hello, Virgo. This is your weekly reading. We're going to look for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus placements and see what's going on with you. As I get into the reading, it may or may not resonate for you. Check your other placements. Once again, it's for your Sun placements, Moon, Rising, or Venus. So we're going to get straight into this. Spirit, what messages do you have for Virgos for this week? Messages do you have for my lovely Virgo placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? All right, first up, we have for my Virgos, Eight of Cups upright. Because what's better than eight? The 10. And you're heading towards your 10 of Cups, by the way. That's what happens when you see the Eight of Cups. You're heading towards something. And to head towards something, you have to leave something behind. Now, for some of you, that could just be an aspect of yourself you're leaving behind. We're going to pull some other cards and see, what the story unfolds here. So Virgos, ooh, strength card, Leo energy. You guys could be on the cusp, right? Leo, Virgo, cuspers here. Whatever you're leaving behind, it is your comfort zone. It's what's familiar to you. It's not as easy. It wasn't easy to walk away. It's not this is something that you're used to. This is something that brings you kind of like a peace. So you're stepping out on faith, I feel like. So next to that, ooh, the devil, because sometimes stuff ain't good for us. So if it's a relationship, let me tell you, devil card tells me, whew, ride of your life. But others of you, devil can be an addiction. So I want to congratulate those of you who have fought through an addiction, right? Or you're in the process of getting help. That is a great step. You're stepping up for yourself. I felt like a lot of you guys, I felt like an aspect of you guys was being left behind. But whatever it was, it's like a devil energy. It had a hold on you, right? It's intoxicating kind of energy, like a high. Now it could be an actual high, right? Or it could just be, it doesn't have to be addiction to just drugs or, alcohol. It could be a relationship. That relationship could have just brought you a lot of, oh man, those karmic relationships where they just come in, they knock you off your feet, they change your world. They're like a twist or a tornado. Like it just feels like your whole life gets uprooted, and then they end. Right? It's those things that the relationships that teach us. So let's see what we got next. We have the Death card, Scorpio energy, endings, right? Transitions, transformations, major transformations for you this week. I feel like Virgos they're stepping into their highest selves, and I love it. You're making choices for you. Sometimes you guys could be, what's the word? What's the word I want to use? I can't think of it right now. You could be lenient with everyone in your life. Like it's always what they want. You kind of like, soft when it comes to the people you care about, love, and giving your time, giving your resources, giving. But this week you're like stepping up for you. They're like, I gotta do this for me. There's a lot going on. I'm battling this and I'm tired of it. Or you're like, you don't serve me. Goodbye. It's like you're like, goodbye, goodbye. And for some reason it feels easy to say. People are falling out your life and it doesn't bother you. You're feeling more at peace. And I feel like that normally isn't how it goes. Ooh, Queen of Wands. We have an Aries energy here. We are in Aries season. Also could be Leo Sag, very determined in tunnel vision on what the goal is. And Virgos, one thing about Virgos, you guys are always on, when you put your mind to something, let me tell you, you do it. And you don't have to do things. You fully commit and you see things through. Five of Pentacles. And yes, some people are going to feel left out in the cold, especially if those of you who are walking away from an addiction, who are like some of you guys may actually be checking into rehab, which is a big step, or it's a 12-step program, right? Some of you guys, it's just, I'm going to finally see a therapist. That trauma I experienced in my childhood, it's time for me to see something about this because these relationships I'm falling into, these patterns I'm falling into, I am tired. You're at the point where you're so fed up with the situations you're in, the negativity, you're tired of being unhappy. You're tired of it. Sometimes for us to change, we got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? Whether it's of ourselves or what yep, Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah. You felt emotionally unstable. You feel not right. You feel like you've been trying to regulate your emotions so much And some of you guys will realize it's hard for you and you can't, and you may need help with that. And that is completely fine. You feel like you're spiraling, but I feel like you guys are just realizing that's making you take the step, and you're being protective of your energy. 7 of Wands. Because if you're, let's say, those of you who have an addiction, right? Usually when you have addiction, you may be in a group of people who also have addictions, right? You have to protect yourself from them, especially when you're healing or when you're trying to go, yes, you may want to, that was my friend, but they may trigger you back into it, or it might be peer pressure. So for you, you're really going to guard yourself and protect yourself this week. And that is very important. I didn't expect that for Virgos. And remember, this could be someone around you in your energy. So take it as it resonates. So Oracle of the Fairies, we're going to pull an advice card. So let's see what advice we get. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. What advice do you have? Spirit. Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement. So we have, trying to pull this, purity. Ooh, look at the illustrations. Aren't they beautiful? Like, I love like the illustrations on these cards. So let's just see what purity says. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. Some of you guys, like, it's hard to hear your true self, especially if you were always, maybe chasing a high of some sort, or falling into intoxicating love connections that some of you guys, it was harmful. Some of you guys, it could be addiction, not just to drugs or alcohol. It could have been to sex. And some of you guys are realizing, a lack of, maybe being a lack of a love as a child, or affection, or thing. It could be anything. I am not a therapist. I am not diagnosing. I'm just giving examples as a reader to kind of guide you to, maybe if you want help to figure out what's going on. Maybe one of those things, your ears will perk up and you'll be like, oh, now that makes sense. That makes sense why I do that. Or that makes sense why these things happen this way, right? So Virgos, as it says, trust your heart. Your heart at the core of your essence. You know, kind of for you what's right and wrong. Now, your moral high, well, not moral high ground, but your morality is your morality, or your integrity, or for you is different than for someone else. So I mean, for you, what you think is right or wrong for yourself, not for anyone else, because everyone is different. So if you just listen to that, you will be on a, oh man, I just see things being on the up and up for you. So yeah, that is your reading. If you resonated with this, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. If you aren't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I want to thank you guys so much for your support, and have a great day. Bye.